We are your home theater and AV questions answered. This is AVRant. Want your home theater or AV question answered by Tom and Rob? Send it to question@avrant.com. Welcome to AVRant. I'm Tom Andry, and I'm here with
Rob H.
So this is the other Justin B. Justin ordered a pair of DIY sound group Stonehenge subwoofer enclosures. Those sound small. He knows how he should have heeded our common warnings to build a cardboard box. As it turns out, there's a world of difference between holding a tape measure up to the wall and an actual three-dimensional object, because wow, are they huge. Too huge for his 14 by 21 foot mixed use space. They're called Stonehenge. What did you think you were going to get? If they aren't like big enough to park a car under, I feel like I've just false advertising.
Pretty sure they take 18-inch drivers too.
Oh my God.
Might be a clue.
There's a clue right there. It's a foot and a half. It comes on a pallet. Anyways, he doesn't regret buying them, as he'll eventually get to use them in his future dedicated theater. But for now, that still leaves him in need of subwoofers to use in his actual room. Hey, okay, wait a second. Let me back this thing up here. How big are these things, like, for real? Like, do we know the
I'll have to
dimensions?
look up the dimensions, but they're big.
They're okay. So you
big.
need to think about this. You need to think about this, like, if you haven't already assembled these things, you have to assume that there's a non-zero percentage chance that you're going to end up having a home theater in a room that you cannot get these subwoofers into assembled. When you're buying houses, if you haven't already got a plan here, you need to think about this. My parents' home theater was at the top of some stairs that were steep and they had a curve in it. And when they bought like a 55-inch Samsung Plasma, and the guys looked at it and went, nope, I'm not getting it up there. And then my was like, we got to. I just bought this thing. It's like, $2,500. We're getting it up there. And it was like three guys, and they almost dropped it and everything. But you have to think about that. You have to think about that. Like, for real.
It's 30 by 30 by 16 inches deep.
Dude, my door is not 30 inches, I don't think. Oh, actually, it is, because we put a bigger door on here. Anticipating that when we built this wall. But there are doors that aren't 30 inches. I'm just saying.
two and a half. It's a 2.5 foot square, and then 16 inches deep. Yeah, that's a big box.
Okay.
An 18-inch driver.
Not the top of the stairs. Anyways, he doesn't regret buying them, as he'll eventually get to use them in his theater, in his future dedicated theater. But for now, that leaves him in need of subwoofers to use in his actual room. Okay. Okay, whatever. What do we suggest for a pair of subs that won't be too huge for a room if it matters? His mains are high output with horns and a 15-inch woofer. That doesn't matter.
Clearly not using all of that output capability. Yeah, I wanted to address that whole, because I know what's going to happen. Because we're going to recommend to you some 12-inch subs, and you're going to be like, but I have 15-inch woofers in my front left and right speaker. Doesn't matter. They're still going to be set to small, man. They are still going to be set to small.
If you would like, you can contact Lee and get on the support group for people who have speakers, full range main speakers that we tell them to set to small, and they can't do it. Okay, because you need to be part of that support group.
Now, there is a realistic thing here, which is that if his front left and right speakers with their 15-inch woofers can genuinely play down to 20 hertz, there's a chance they can. They're going to be up at the front of your room on the left and the right. You could add 2 more subwoofers at the back of your room and have 4 subwoofers going, essentially.
If these things genuinely play down to 20, not like, oh, I can hear something when I play a 20 hertz tone. No. I mean, like a real authoritative.
And you'd also
measurable.
want them to be bi-ampable in that case, because you'd want those 15s actually acting as subwoofers, not just set them to full range, because then sometimes they won't be playing. Like if the bass happens to be strictly in a surround channel, that's not going to get routed. Well, I guess you could set it to LFE plus mains output
Yeah,
right?
you could do that.
So okay, so you could. Okay, so you could, if they with their 15-inch woofers play completely full range, genuinely play full range. You
Right.
could set them to full range and have two subwoofers at the back of your room and essentially have four subwoofers. So that could be okay. You'd set it. You'd use that not very often used with our recommendations, but that LFE plus mains output setting on your AV receiver to make that
So
happen.
I think we should go
Could be
with a sealed subwoofer design.
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Like you could go with a. You could go.
SB-2000s.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say you could go with the PB-1000,
Oh yeah, you could.
but you already got two big old boxes, dude.
Yeah.
I think you need to spend a little bit extra cash and go with the SB-2000 so that you've got the output for your room, but you have a small box.
Yeah.
A very small box.
Now I will mention to him because I think this might be I think there might be no way of convincing him to buy subwoofers that have smaller drivers than his towers. So I will say to you the HSU ULS-15, also a sealed subwoofer, not too gigantic, although it's bigger than the SB-2000s because it has a 15-inch woofer, but it's a 15-inch woofer, all right? So now you can have two 15-inch woofers up front built into your towers and two sealed 15-inch subwoofers from HSU. The price doesn't go up versus the SB-2000s, but if you just can't wrap your mind around 12-inch subwoofers, the ULS-15s from HSU, good alternative.
The base completely does not care what size the woofer is.
No, it really doesn't.
The base
but the human
does not
does
care. I
sometimes.
understand that.
So, yeah.
Just like the wires do not care if it is red or white or whatever. I mean, the electricity doesn't care if the wire coating is red or white or black or blue or purple. Does not matter. But some people freak out like, oh,
But
when you connect
the
it,
red
that-
M&Ms taste different from the blue M&Ms. So.
I don't think so, dude. Green ones are clearly the best, though. Want your question answered? Send it to question@avrant.com. This is AV Rant.
Now go out and listen to something.